to their performance in this game.
South Fremantle lead by 61 points as we go to the last quarter here at Fremantle Oval. 18-11 to 8-10. Dorotich still in the ruck here, and the knockout won by Baden Harper. Through goes Goulding now, puts it up towards the half-forward flank, and Clermont take the easy mark here to winning their over. Winning about 50 metres out from goal, going for the short pass, and Malaxis takes the mark, and he's about 40 metres out from goal. Well, it's a nice easy push into the forward line by Clermont out of the centre. Baden Harper on the ball for the first time in the game. Rowe leads out, but Malaxis ignores that. He's well and truly capable of making the distance from there, Stephen Malaxis. Take a lot of time about the kick. Drop punt looks pretty good off the boot by Malaxis, and it's gone through for full points to Clermont. Takes them to 9-10, trailing South Fremantle 18 goals 11.
Well, the first move, you mentioned it, George, that Graham Moss has really made of any significance. It's Harper coming onto the ball. He clearly won that hit out, and how easy it was for Claremont to go forward after Harper had won it easily out of the middle. We saw Winning take the mark nicely over to Malaxis, and he made no mistake. And that's the way we're used to seeing Claremont do it. But generally today we haven't seen anywhere near enough of that type of football from them.
Well, Clermont played the whole of the third quarter for just 1 goal too, and they've kicked a goal here in about the opening 30 seconds of the last quarter as Goulding again takes the ball through the pack and finds Daniels just outside the centre half forward position. Well, South lead by 9 goals 1, but Clermont obviously haven't given up, and they could come back into the game with an early flurry of goals here as Daniels kicks up towards the forward pocket, knocked away by Dobson. Picked up by South Fremantle defence to Dorotich, who handballs it back into the danger zone, and eventually it goes across the line and out of play.
Once again, we saw Harper getting the knock out of the centre to Goulding, and the Claremont immediately into attack again, so it certainly makes a difference. Some good clean hit outs that middle.
Harper's down there to go for the knock. Dorotich from behind goes for the high leap, wins the knock. Out towards the boundary line. There's a snap back at goal by Larry Kickett, which goes through for 1 point to Claremont, makes them 9-11, and South Fremantle are 18 goals 11.
Well, the Claremont supporters would like to have something to shout about. They haven't had much to yell about all day.
Dobson with the kick in, favours the outer side. That's the defensive side of the ground in the southwesterly breeze. Going up, Dorotich couldn't take the mark. The ball's knocked right back towards full forward. Rowe has the ball, loses it there. Rowe goes in after it once more. South Fremantle under pressure here. Clermont tackling fiercely. It's holding the ball against South Fremantle. And Clermont have got the free about 25 or 30 metres out from goal. Free kick to Monteith.
Yes, they've needed him in the game more than he's been in it, and he's a class player. He's got a very big job, though, to replace the players they've lost in their forward line, and the task has been a little beyond him. He hasn't had a lot of support, of course.
He's a magnificent kick. He seldom misses from these sorts of positions. Bruce Monteith comes in with that typical drop punt of his. It's a powerful kick, and it splits the centre. Clermont go to 10-11. South Fremantle 18 goals 11.
Well, goal number 3 to Bruce Monteith, and even though he's been quiet, he's been able to knock 3 goals, 1 in each quarter. They never got 1 in the second, but 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in this quarter. And let's see what Baden Harper can do this time. 2 nice knocks out of the middle, accommodating Goulding. He's there talking to Goulding at the centre bounce. He's going to be opposed by big Craig Edwards, who's been a dominant player for South Fremantle today.
Well, here we go with Harper on the ball here against Edwards, and the centre bounce sees Edwards beat him for the knock. And follows it up himself, Edwards. That's good ruck play. He fires the handball to Matera, who mishandles. Dick Foss gets in the way. The ball goes across to Michael O'Connell. He finds Goulding, and Clermont get away again through the centre here. Goulding with a kick up towards the half-forward line. Barrett goes across. It's a great mark for South Fremantle. Barrett now changes direction of the play, kicks towards the outer side of the ground. At the back of the pack was Edwards. Now the ball is taken by Malaxis. He kicks the ball up to centre half forward, and to see Noel Carter take the mark for South Fremantle. Carter goes for the short pass now, finds Edwards. Edwards from the scoreboard wing puts it up to the half forward line, looks for Mount. Chasing him is Michael O'Connell, but Mount gets the ball up into the forward pocket. Dorotich takes the mark for South Fremantle. He's a useful footballer when in form, John Dorotich, and he's shown flashes of form today. He hasn't been consistent throughout the match, but at times he's done some classy things.
He's a versatile player.
Well, he carried the ruck virtually in the third term.
Did a lot of good work in defence.
And he comes in now from 40 metres with that powerful drop punt. It's close, not close enough, only a point. 18-12 South Fremantle, leading Clermont 10-11.
A Good start this from South Fremantle.
Incidentally, the winners in the VFL today were Carlton, Footscray, Geelong, Collingwood, Hawthorn and St Kilda. The ball's on the half-forward flank. This is Matera. Matera hooks up towards full forward. Going up down there was Hayes. Couldn't take the mark. Goes through his legs now, the ball. Pushed out by South Fremantle towards Dorotich. He pushes the ball back to Hart. Hart with the left foot snap from right in front. Hooks it through. And South Fremantle get the steadying goal to take their score to 19-12. Clermont 10 goals 11.
Well, justice prevails. The man who worked very hard there was David Hart to get the ball out to Dorotich. He couldn't pick it up. He made a mess of it. So Hart followed up himself. And there you saw a great left foot goal. It's his first goal. And he's worked very hard. He's been one of the better players for South Fremantle today. And I mentioned him at three-quarter time. He did it extremely well there. And he got a reward for hard work. Well played, David Hart.
Dick Foss has come off the field. Barnes has gone back onto the field, straight down towards the full-back area. And he's going to take up station on John Hayes. South with a massive lead. Edwards and Harper. Edwards again beats him for the knock. This is Vasoli. Dives back into the fray, trying to tie the ball up. Claremont get interfered with, held without the ball, and the free kick to Daniels.
Now, he should kick it long while that forward line is wide open.
Daniels with a high drop punt, kicks it about 55 metres. And no one can take the mark. This is Cornell sliding onto the ball, pushes it out there to Mosconi. He gives the ball to Vasoli. Vasoli kicks it down the wing position. Oh, that was an awkward one to take. And it's Panizza eventually who gets the ball. Shrugs off the tackle, boots the ball into attack for Clermont. And the ball punched away by Gavin Carter. Pushed through by Clermont up into the forward pocket. And it's right up in towards Larry Kickett territory. He goes for the pass to Goulding and finds him 25 metres out from goal. Right in front, Stephen Goulding. Clermont have kicked 2 goals, 1 in this quarter, and South Fremantle have kicked 1 goal, 1. South lead by 55 points as Goulding fires to the Town Hall goal with a nice drop punt and goes through for another full pointer to Clermont. They're 11 goals 11, trailing South Fremantle 19 goals 12.
Well, a good strong passage of play there by Claremont, and well thought out by Stevie Malaxis. He was on a very difficult angle. He could have dropped it onto his boot. He didn't. He saw Goulding lurking in the middle of the ground. In fact, he kicked the ball backwards, but Goulding made no mistake. And we're seeing a little bit more endeavour here from the Claremont side, but it's all too late.
And Goulding's had 4 kicks already in this quarter, and Malaxis has had 3 in the opening couple of minutes of this quarter.
Baden Harper still on the ball for Clermont, but Edwards has matched him at the last 2 or 3 bounce downs. This time he beats him again, goes to Vasoli, gives it to Hart. He handballs to Winmar. Winmar straight through the 50-metre line, takes the shot at goal with a long low drop punt and puts it dead centre, and that's a very good goal. South showing good form there. That's their 20th, 20 goals 12 to Clermont 10 goals 11, or is it 11-11? Clermont are 11 goals 11.
3 goals to Mickey Winmar, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in this quarter, and a magnificent shot at goal there, a running shot, but what a magnificent classical tap out of the centre by big Craig Edwards. Beaten for the first 2 knocks in this quarter, now has taken complete charge again.
South lead by 55 points still, as Edwards wins another knock. Look at the big pack there. No one can get the ball out, so the umpire will bounce it.
Very worried boy, that man.
Worried, pensive. There's very little he can do. He's already made the big move of putting Harper onto the ball. Looked like paying dividends early in the quarter. He's responsible for the first 2 goals. Knocked away by Michael O'Connell. Mosconi chases back with Goulding. Goulding brings him to ground. In the back, says the umpire, and Mosconi gets the free kick.
I wonder if Mossy's packed his boots away yet.
Mosconi kicks it short down the wing, and there's Mount taking the mark. Mount now goes for the long left footer, up to the half-forward line looking for Hart. Clermont are there through O'Connell. O'Connell gives the ball to Winning. Shakes off Begona. Puts the ball into the centre of the ground towards Davidson. With him is Winmar. Good football by Winmar. You have 2 men to beat there. Does it well. Pushes the ball towards Brad Hardy. Oh, look at that for magnificent football. And a magnificent short pass over to Matera, who marks 40 metres out from goal. Plays on now Matera with the left foot. He was a little bit ambitious there, and Clermont take the mark in defence to David O'Connell.
Very wasteful football there from Wally Matera.
O'Connell kicks back down the scoreboard side of the ground. and players claiming the mark, but O'Connell gets the handball away to Cantha. Back it comes up the wing. Handball by Davidson to Smith. Back to Davidson. Davidson kicks up to the half-forward line now. Cornell. And the umpire pays the mark to Cornell on the half-back flank. He kicks out wide, and the mark taken by Vasoli, who shows Daniels the ball.
How sweet it is to be in front.
Touch of arrogance there from Vasoli. South 2012, Clermont 11-11. Vasoli kicks long down the outer side, looking for Craig Edwards. He must be a very tired man. Better push in the back to Winning, and he gets the free kick. The Winning goes for the handball to Davidson. Davidson with a long kick up towards centre half forward. Barrett's got it covered. 15-metre penalty against Claremont there. Jeff Stone. Barrett kicks towards the centre of the ground. Benny Vagona. And the umpire pays it.
Lucky one.
Didn't hold it very long. Vagona now fires it out towards right half forward. Brad Hardy's there. This time Malaxis takes the ball, gives it back towards Morton, but Noel Carter comes in front of him and gets penalised for holding the ball.
And that is a good decision.
Noel Morton to take the free. It's a 15-metre penalty against Carter. And under the new rules, he can't stand on the mark. Another player has got to come onto the mark. And Brad Hardy's at play. Morton kicks to the Clermont half-forward line. Edwards there. At the back is Amoroso. And he's put the ball out of play, just outside the left half-forward flank for the Claremont side. Well, I don't think Claremont are going to get real close to South Fremantle now, Keith. We're at the 12-minute mark of this last quarter.
I think it's time for experimenting, and he can just play this game out, or he can get some use out of it, Graham Moss. And I'd like to see him start throwing his players around a little.
Gilding kicks towards centre half-forward. This is Grindisic now for South Fremantle. Goes for the soccer kick. That's not good football. He's put it out towards the boundary. Should have picked that up. Going in down there is Jeff Stone, and the umpire says throw it in. It went across the boundary. Gavin Carter contests the hit out with Jeff Stone. And this is Vasoli. Puts the ball in short to Hart. Hart kicks right up towards the half-forward line. Knocked on by Mount for South Fremantle. Matera. Claremont strong in defence there with a free kick, I think, paid to Ray Smith. A little bit of a wrestle between him now and Mount of South Fremantle.
He didn't appreciate that heavy tackle.
And Ray Smith, I think, will take the free kick. Yes, Ray Smith. Into the centre of the ground. Chance for Hart. Grindisic. Kicks the low one up into the forward pocket. Dorotic is there for South Fremantle. Pushes the ball out. Chance for Mount, is it?
Yes, he's been one of the real fumblers in the South Fremantle side today. He hasn't handled the ball as cleanly as many of the other ones, Stephen Mount.
Crowded around here as Dorotic wins the knock. Ball pushed out by Smith. Grindisic comes through. Quite a strong bump. And pushed out by Mitchell to Clermont's advantage. This is Panizza. Panizza up onto the half-forward line to Stone. Stone kicks up towards full forward. Winning is down there, but the umpire says, I'll have a bounce down. And it's about 15 metres from the Clermont goal.
I've liked the way that South have got men over to where the ball is. They've really made an effort to have people there. Look at that bad bounce from umpire Phillips. He's still having problems.
Causes another pack. The ball goes across the line and will be thrown in. 14-minute mark of the last quarter. 2012 South Fremantle. 11-11 to Claremont. Edwards there, wins the knock, goes to Goulding. He boots it up to full forward and Claremont get the mark. In the goal square to Road. Well, this looks like a certain goal coming up. Claremont have done better in this quarter than they did in the third, but they haven't really made a great deal of impression on South, because South have kicked 2 goals, 1 in the quarter, and Claremont have kicked 3 goals, 1, and now 4 goals, 1, as Rowe puts another one through. They go to 12-11. South Fremantle 20 goals 12.
Well, Alan Rose kicked 3, and he must feel a little disappointed at the way the ball has come into him there today. We've seen Ralph play there for many years with the recipient of some magnificent foot passing, and that foot passing is just not around anymore, and it's mainly because of the pressure applied by the South Fremantle defence. They just have harassed the Clermont players from start to finish, whether the ball is deep in defence, around the centre of the ground. They've tackled very hard, they've got players to where the ball is, and hence the Claremont forward line has looked at but a shadow of previous years.
Graham Moss looking anxiously at the field of play. I don't think he can see many rays of light at the moment. Harper wins the knock. Goulding misses the crumbs there. Benny Vigona for South Fremantle, back at Cornell. Cornell fires it out wide onto the wing towards Willie Rowe. And he takes a beauty. The umpire has paid it. Nice juggle mark. Infield to Vasali. Vasali doesn't know what to do with it. Eventually gives it to Craig Edwards.
Mark number 8 to Craig Edwards.
Close to best on the ground.
Matera there with the mark, just near the edge of the centre square. Calling for a lead, Matera. Now he kicks it deep. Right up to full forward. Clermont knock it down. Goes to Hardy.
There's trouble.
Oh, he's lost control of it this time. Snap and goal by Dorotitz. And it's a full point of the South Fremantle. They're 21-12 now, and Clermont 12 goals 11.
Hardy, one of his rare fumbles, and big John Dorothy said move over and let me have a go, and what a good fist he made of it. Clean pick up, snap back over his shoulder, and no doubt about that one. So South Fremantle running away with the game as they have been all for a period in the second quarter. The second quarter was Clermont's best when they kicked 5 goals 7 for the quarter, but apart from that brief 10 or 15 minutes, South Fremantle have controlled the game.
Back at the centre for Edwards to resume his battle with Harper and beat him again. It comes down towards Daniels. And here's Vigona taking the mark for South Fremantle, and nearly, he didn't hold it long enough. Mitchell gets the handball towards Daniels. He's scragged by Vasali, and Daniels gets the free kick. Daniels kicks across the half-forward line towards Goulding. He shovels the ball back to Davidson. Davidson right up deep towards Winning. Out comes Cornell. Tackles him high, and Winning gets the free kick.
Well, he organised that free kick. He saw the tackle coming. He just slid down on his knees. The tackle had to be around the head. He'll find he won't get away with that in important games if they get into any of them this year. And there must be some doubts about Claremont's performance for the rest of this season.
Winning takes a shot from 45 metres. Not a bad kick. Yes, it's a good kick. Goes through for a goal. Claremont 13-11, 89, trailing South Fremantle 21 goals 12. That's 138.
It's been an impressive debut by Dean Winning. Been impressed with his work, playing in a losing side, playing in a side that hasn't performed well at all, and he's been one of the real tigers. He's worked hard for his kicks. I don't know how many he's had. Maybe Ken Casellas can tell us that, but he's kicked his first goal here in the last quarter.
16 kicks and 4 effective hand passes and 3 marks in a very good first league game.
In other games, West Perth 15-9, Perth 14-13, Subiaco 15-14, East Fremantle 6-14. And here at the centre of the ground, scrimmage with Mears running onto the ball, but socket away from him by Matera. The ball hand passed out by Claremont's Mears up onto the wing position. Claremont get it through Mitchell, and Mitchell runs up onto the 50-metre line. He'll take a shot at goal here with a drop punt. Barrett's dropping back and touches the ball and takes the mark. Initially, I think he went up just to touch it, and then he was able to control it and pull down a very good mark indeed. Barrett kicks wide. Oh, not a long kick. Stone gets caught. The umpire says play on. And now he's blown the whistle for a free kick.
Well, Jeff Stone had the presence of mind to lunge forward when he was tackled. I don't think that
Cornell arguing with the umpire.
I don't think the push was there, but he knew he was under pressure. He took a long time to get rid of it. The kick's gone the other way. Now, who's got it?
Monteith.
Well, he must have been interfered with after Jeff Stone.
Monteith from just inside the 50-metre line. I think it's Monteith, yes. Takes a powerful shot at goal. That's a good kick by Monteith, but it's just off the target. Goes through for a point. South 21 goals 12, leading Clermont 13 goals 12. Kick by Carter. And South get possession on the outer side of the ground through Mosconi. Mosconi kicks high down the wing. Willisich knocks the ball on. Coming through is Rowe. Rowe with a handball over the top to Dorotich. Back to Willie Rowe. Willie Rowe up towards full forward. Hart takes the shot at goal for South Fremantle. He knows where the goals are. He's a good snap shot. He puts up another full pointer for South Fremantle. Makes them 22 goals 12. Clermont 13 goals 12.
Well, South have been doing it all day. Anything you can do, I can do better. And the man that has improved his game as the game has gone on, he's continued to improve, is David Hart. And that's two magnificent snap goals in this quarter. He's kicked two. One a magnificent left foot snap, that one a magnificent right foot snap. And he's been a very effective player for the Bulldogs.
Perth have taken the lead at Leederville Oval. They're 16-14 to West Perth 15-10. And Subiaco well in front of East Fremantle in the other game. 20-minute mark here at Fremantle Oval. Arnold goes up in the ruck. Out-rucked by Harper. Well, there's an O'Connell. There's O'Connell. Now the umpire's played a free kick to Claremont. And it will go to Malaxis.
Kick number 25 for Steve Malaxis.
Malaxis up over the centre half forward position. The ball was blocked at the back of the pack by Dobson. Kicked out of the pack now by Arnold. Socket forward by Malaxis. Goes to Vasoli. Vasoli looks for Matera. He's beaten for the ball by O'Connell. Now Davidson tries to go through the pack. Ooh, gets bumped by Arnold but pushes the ball out to Mitchell. Mitchell fires on goal from 30 metres and brings up full points, I'd say. Yes, there's the signal from the goal umpire. A goal to Michael Mitchell. Claremont go to 14-12. South Fremantle 22-12.
Courageous play by young Davidson. Really battled his way through then, and he gave Mitchell the easy run. He picked it up, put it right in his lap, and all he had to do was run into an open goal and kick the goal. But good battling type of football by Davidson, who's played pretty well since coming on. He started on the interchange bench, but since coming onto the field, he's battled very hard, all to a losing cause.
Hardy still playing in the centre square for South Fremantle after playing most of the game on the half-forward flank. Knockout by O'Connell. Now it's knocked further afield by Winning, but it goes to Mosconi. Plays it out wide onto the wing towards Willie Rowe. With him is Ray Smith. Willie Rowe, a magnificent ball handler. Sends the handball to Guillerset. She gets tackled high by Daniel. Play on now. As he comes up towards the 50-metre line, takes the shot up towards full forward. It drops short and Mount has taken the mark. Stephen Mount about 25 metres out from goal. South leading by 8 goals. Clermont have outscored them in this last quarter. Clermont have kicked 6 goals 2 and South Fremantle have kicked 4 goals 1. Mount, can he make it 5 goals 1? He can, as he puts it dead centre to take the score to 23-12 for South Fremantle. Clermont 14-12.
So it goes on. South Fremantle running away to an easy win. And Mal Brown will be very happy with this start to the season. He's put a lot of effort into this. It's rumoured that this will be his last season with South Fremantle. And I know he'd like to go out on a very high note.
It's more than a rumour, he's declared it.
He's declared it, and he's recruited well, and one of his best recruits, George, must be Craig Edwards, who's played superbly today.
Only 22 years of age too, Pete.
What a recruit, and from a rival club.
And a good performance in the absence of Stephen Michael. Knockout by O'Connell. In goes Davidson. Puts the ball over the top to Morton. Morton gives the ball through to Winning, who takes the shot at goal and kicks full points. Goal to Clermont. 15-12 for them. That takes them over the 100-point mark. They're 102. South Fremantle 23-12, 150.
Nice goal from Dean Winning. One of the real battlers in the Claremont side today. He'll hold his place, there's no doubt about that. And he started off tentatively, naturally a bit nervous, but the longer the game gone, a bit like David Hart, I suppose, the better he's got. And he's certainly got a bright future, but maybe he'll be playing in a Claremont side that will lose more games than they lost over the last few years. Without their captain Graham Moss, I thought it would affect them to play today, and it certainly has affected them more than the loss of Michael has affected South Fremantle.
Bounced down by umpire O'Reilly. Knockout by O'Connell, not effective that time. There's a kick out of the middle by Malaxis. And the mark is taken by Panizza, just forward to the right centre wing.
Been a very quiet player today, Daryl Panizza.
Panizza right up towards full forward. And Claremont at the back, mark through Monteith. That's his favourite trick of carrying the pack under the ball and then doubling back to take the mark.
5 marks, and this will be his 9th kick for the match.
They know a few of his tricks down here, George, and they've trumped most of them today, I would think.
Right in front, Monteith, shooting for his 4th goal. And he kicks it powerfully and straight through for full points. Clermont go to 16-12. South Fremantle 23-12.
Well, Clermont would like to see a lot more of that as the season progresses. Bruce Monteith leading the pack under the ball and letting one drop into his arms. We saw him do it many, many times for South Fremantle down here. But they've certainly held all the trump cards today, have the South Fremantle defenders.
At Leaderville Oval, Perth are 17-15, leading West Perth 15-10. That's a very handy lead. Subiaco 16-15, East Fremantle 7-14.
Bunt would be ecstatic.
So would Ian Miller, the Perth coach. They look like winning that game as O'Connell knocks out. Morton knocks the ball back to Malaxis. He gives it to Daniels. Daniels blazes away right down the middle. At the back of the pack, Goulding shovels the ball out. Shot at goal by Winning. Hit the post, did it? Yes. 1 point only. Clermont 16 goals, 13. Trail South Fremantle 23 goals, 12. Kick by Carter and Guljasic drops the mark. Not playing with a great deal of assurance, the young fellow, as he boots it down the wing.
Very difficult, George, when you know you're playing for your game, when you know you're not a permanent member of the side. It's very difficult to give it your best shot. And
Smith booting it up towards the half-forward line, and Monteith is grabbed round the leg. Play on? No, he doesn't say play on. Mitchell's got to give the ball back to Monteith to take the kick.
And that's a period that Rod Guljasic is going through at the moment.
Monteith with a powerful punt kick right up the full forward. Knocked away by South Fremantle. Clermont get the hand pass out to Mears. Fires on goal and kicks a point. Clermont 16-14. Trailing South Fremantle 23 goals, 12. Yes, we're about 1 minute into the time on period now. South Fremantle making a good start to the season here without Stephen Michael. Kick by Carter, finds Barrett. Barrett up the grandstand wing. Hardy used his body to keep the pack at bay, and there's a soccer kick out on the full by David O'Connell, which will give Hardy the free kick.
And this will be Brad Hardy's second quick kick for the last quarter.
Hardy a short pass to Winmar.
The hard-working Nicky Winmar.
Winmar right up to the half-forward line. Dorotich goes high, can't hold the mark. Edwards is there, finishes up with the ball. Looked for Dorotich with the handball, pushed out by O'Connell, goes to Barnes. Daniels. Daniels with a nice hand pass to Davison. Davidson right up into the forward pocket. At the back of the pack for South Fremantle is Arnold, and it's out of play.
Not many of those 9,000 people left now, George.
No, a lot of people leaving. Perth have gone further ahead at Leaderville. They're 18-17 to West Perth 15-10. Knockout by South. Finds Vasoli. Vasoli kicks towards the centre of the ground. Edwards. And this is Guljasic. Boots it up towards the half-forward line. Through comes Cantha. Taken by Vagana.
Thank you very much.
Benny Vagana looking for Willie Rowe. With him is Smith. Willie Rowe's got an open goal in front of him. Left foot snap.
No worries.
Straight through the centre. South's 24th goal on the board. 24-12. Claremont 16-14.
Typical half-forward flanker is Willie Rowe. Has quiet periods, flashes in, kicks goals every now and then. He's kicked 4 now. Kicked 2 in the first quarter when he really did play very well. 1 in the second quarter, then had a flat period in the third. Kicked another goal here in the last quarter. And like all the champion half-forward flankers we've ever known, that type of player, a real flashy type of player.
Stone wins the knock. Another kick for Malaxis. Cornell can't take the one-hander. This is Barrett. Oh, he kicks it straight to Morton.
He's a long kicker of the football, is Noel Morton.
He could make the distance from there, Keith. He's about 60 metres out. It's a nice drop punt right back onto the last line of defence for South Fremantle. And Dobson went in gingerly. Coming away with the ball is Carter. Finds Barrett. Rodney Barrett had some magnificent games last season for South Fremantle, and he seems to be running back into form. Although there he was put himself under a bit of pressure, and again the ball goes straight to Morton.
Barrett's had 8 marks and 16 kicks today.
Morton a short pass to Daniels, doesn't come off. This is Barrett. Pushes it through to Vigana. Oh, Benny took too long there. Winning. Goulding tries to get round the men. Back to Winning. Winning is pushed over by Willie Rowe. The tackle too high. And Winning gets the free kick, or is it a relayed free? I think it's a relayed free. And the player who finished up with the ball will get the free kick, and that will be, I think, Mears, or will it be Daniels? Daniels. Right in front of goals.
I think you can safely chalk this one up. One thing Shorty Daniels can do is kick a football very straight.
Right in front, shooting for Clermont's 17th goal. Drop punt kick, looks pretty good. Yes, it's there for a goal. Makes Clermont 17-14, South Fremantle 24-12.
Well, 9-4, Claremont have kicked in the last quarter, but that really holds no significance because the pressure is off. The South Fremantle defenders, who have been very severe and very dedicated to their efforts today in tackling and generally covering their Claremont forwards, had the game well and truly won at three-quarter time. The weather's been pretty hot and they've slackened off on this last quarter. But Claremont have stuck to their guns. They kicked 9 goals for, and that score looks quite respectable on the scoreboard.
Yes, we're very close to the end of the game now. We've had just over 6 minutes of time on in this last quarter. Vasoli wins a knockout here. O'Connell slides over the top of the ball. Doherty sockers it down into the forward line. In comes Hardy for South Fremantle now.
Beautiful balance.
Pushes the ball out in front of Winmar.
Intelligent play.
And now it's picked up by Mitchell.
Brilliant.
Mitchell gets a hand pass back to Cantha. Goes to David O'Connell. He kicks short, and Davidson takes the mark on the wing position. Morton. Clermont might have time to get another goal. This is Malaxis. Malaxis boots it up towards full forward. And at the back of the pack, South take the mark to Arnold. Arnold kicks it out wide. Up goes Grilisic. Ball comes down to Mears. Mears up towards full forward. A nest of South Fremantle players there, and the mark to Arnold. Arnold wide to Hayes. Well, he gets caught. And a chance for Clermont to kick a goal. It's offline, I think. It's only a point.
Winning.
From Monteith's kick.
Monteith, yeah.
And 17-15, Clermont, South Fremantle 24-12. Kick out wide. South Fremantle have got the mark through Hart.
20 kicks to David Hart.
Hart down the wing. Grilisic spoils Panizza for the mark. Panizza recovers the crumbs, gets tackled, but gives the ball to Mears. Mears out wide, and the kick infield to Daniels, who takes the mark just outside the 50-metre line. Don't you think Australian rules football has played for too long a period, Keith?
Yes, I saw that written up somewhere the other day.
John Todd believes that.
Yes, and he might have something there.
That's a good kick by Shorty Daniels. That could be a goal. I think it is. It's cleared the pack. Clermont get their 18th. 18-15 to South Fremantle, 24-12.
Number 3 to Shorty Daniels, number 10 for Claremont in this last quarter. So even though they kicked 10, they were so far behind. They were 10 behind at three-quarter time. South themselves in this quarter have kicked 6, but they've certainly slackened off quite noticeably. There's a bit of trouble down in the crowd.
Well, the policemen have got that gentleman well in hand, Keith, if I could say that.
3 of them.
3 of them. He's giving a fair bit of resistance too. We can't see him, but there he is.
I don't think that'll do him much good. I'd give up easily if it was me.
1 against 3 kick. Ball goes into the half-forward line for Clermont. A very long quarter here. We've had about 8 minutes of time on. Right up to a full forward line it goes for Arnold to take another mark. Kicks the ball out towards Winmar. He taps it over to Willie Rowe. And there's the siren. The game is all over. South Fremantle running out winners. 24-12, 156. To Claremont, 18-15, 123. So at the finish, the winning margin for South Fremantle was only 33 points. At one stage, they were a lot further in front than that. The final scores, not the final scores, but the progress scores in other games. Perth 18-18, West Perth 15-11, Subiaco 19-16, East Fremantle 8-16. Well, we haven't got our usual time today to go through the kick getters, etc., the leading kick getters in the match, but I can tell you that Malaxis was the leading kick getter with 26, 21 kicks to Daniels, 20 kicks to Winning of Claremont. So they're the leading kick getters on the field.